community participation and cooperation, because there's children here that need to be developed. Ma'am came here to Geneva to try and register the child. The branch will correct me if I'm wrong. And whatever transpired, the child didn't have a birth certificate, the child doesn't have parents, she's an orphan. Ma'am is generally a person who does not have the means to fight her own battles, etc. And her daughter passed away and she was left with the care of the child. But the attitude that she received from Ms. Lebete as the deputy principal, I'm hoping that we don't have the same attitude because we are not going to accommodate it.
So
Ms. Lebete. Is it Ms. Lebete? I know, and I'm saying I'm still speaking. The attitude that she was confronted with by Ms. Lebete, and I'm saying I hope it's not the same attitude the deputy principal has, because we're not going to tolerate it, was very negative. The principal told, I think she must tell it herself, what she said to me, about you must go to Jacob Zuma, or the ANC. What did she say? Can the branch clarify? I want us to first deal with the issue of the treatment.
No.
Can you clarify?
You just tell me that I must go to Home Affairs.
Okay.
Yeah, to find the
birth certificate.
Yeah, because now they know. So okay, mina ngihambile ngabusisa my grade because umntana behamba area lebuwana still crash. So ngamtshela ukuthi bengicela ukuthi azongisiza. So yena wathi ngingazi ukuthi esikolweni manje abasafuna ukungithatha mangisiza abantu. But into enginayo ne phone number sizikazuma eoffice. So ngazithatha maybe ngathi mawufona because mawufona kuthatha isikhathi eside. But ube ne inhliziyo yokubekezela ufona ukuthi uthole somebody umtshele ke ngamathatha wakho maybe ke bazokusiza.
So she did refer you to Jacob. Where did you get that from?
This is my friend.
Do you want us to assist you? Tell me to succeed. That's why you're here. That's fine. So the issue of Zuma was not from the principal. The branch told me that it was the principal. Let me withdraw that. They obviously misunderstood when you told them the story. That's fine. So I will withdraw that. But nevertheless, I received a very negative attitude myself from the principal. When the branch raised the issue with me, I raised it directly with the MEC, Manyaza Lesufu, is the MEC for Education. He is an MEC of Education in the province, not of the ANC. He's here to take care of community issues. And ourselves as community activists, if citizens who are vulnerable are experiencing pushback from civil servants, we are there to make sure that their rights are protected. I then phoned Mr. Rachel and I asked her if we can have a meeting. When was it? Was it yesterday, day before? I said, look, I understand the rules and all of that, but this is a special case. The child is an orphan. The old lady is a grandmother. She's got little control over the situation. We are going to assist her to get a birth certificate. But while we're assisting her with the birth certificate, can we give her a provisional registration or allow her to at least apply? I'm giving you my personal commitment that we're going to apply for the birth certificate. That's what I said to her. Elvis was there and another fighter. Ms. Lebete basically told me that she's not up for negotiation, either birth certificate or nothing. I said, what do you do in a case where the child is an orphan and she's with a grandmother who is literally helpless? But we are helping her to get the birth certificate. In a month or two, in that time, she can't have a child just because of the paper. The grandmother has got an ID and everything. We'll make sure with provisional registration, anything. She became very inflexible. I don't think that's how you should be working with the public. I'm being honest, like, we're all public officials who serve the public. There are rules, I understand. But now and then, the rules can be, bent slightly to accommodate, especially people who are powerless to deal with their own issues. Because, and I'm saying it on the back of several other issues as well that we have with the school, which we'll address through the branch. Some of the complaints we've also received from the community are that your SGB, your school government body members, are not compliant with some basic policy prescripts of criteria to be an SGB member. There's a basic criteria that says for you to be an SGB member, you must have a child in the school. Am I wrong? You're saying no? No, I'm saying no. Okay. And from what I hear, and the school must correct me and the community, the SGB members here, none of them have a child in the school, in this school. Am I wrong?
Yes, sir.
I'm wrong. You've got SGB members who have children in the school, registered here, yes. Not in the other school.
Yes. Mr. Sibanda, who was the chairperson of our school, their term is ending in March. So we are still going to have an AGM where we are going to elect the new SGB members. But otherwise, I have 2 other members who have children in the school. So I don't know where is that coming from.
Why are you telling us about the end of the term? I'm talking about every SGB member who serves in the school, every one of them must have a child registered here. Whether they've adopted the child or like Memo, she's living with the child of her thingy, she's an SGB member, it's a basic criteria, maybe there's other qualification criteria, but that's the most basic one.
We haven't had an
So I'm asking 100% of your SGB members, do they have children in the school?
Yes, they do have.
Okay. So what was the significance of the election and all of that?
The elections, the major elections for the SGB is coming in March. So that's when we will elect. But we're still going to have an AGM where we are going to replace the 2 members whose children are now in Zanspruit. So we haven't had it because the school has just...
Okay, that's why you were saying that.
Yes, that's why I was saying that. And then another thing...
How long have their children not been at the school?
It's 2 days now.
2 days. Okay, I'm not sure because that's what the community is telling us, right? That your SGB members, for some of them, their children are not here. So I don't want to get into detail about that. I'm just giving it as an example because we're not worried. You want to be strict about the certificate, that certificate. It's what you told me on the phone. That's what led me to phone the MEC as my colleague in the legislature. So I thought, okay, if you're that strict, then I'm sure you're also strict with your own governance. And then I discovered this thing. So that's not really the topic of discussion. Let me move on. And then raise the issue with the MEC. I can even show you the SMS from himself. You can read it yourself. He was supposed to be here at 1 o'clock, but he had to go and attend some cabinet thing. Couldn't come. Me and him were going to come here together. He has dealt with the issue, addressed it with whoever he addressed it. I don't know. He even sent me your number, which I have. They sent me your number. This morning, in fact, yesterday we were agreeing on the appointment. We were going to come in the morning, then he said no, 1 o'clock. Then eventually he said no, he can't make it because he said he can't make it because of this cabinet meeting. Then, what is this? SMS now. I spoke to him on the phone. It was not an SMS. But the last SMS that he had called me was he had sent me was to arrange the 1 o'clock appointment today that he couldn't make it to. So I then phoned him because my own program as well, I was running late. And he said no, he's got a cabinet meeting and then he can't make it, but he must come through. He has made all the necessary arrangements. The child must be registered. Because of the circumstances of the child. Not because the child is special, because the child is an orphan. And the grandmother has got her own circumstances that made it difficult for her to register him. With the condition that now we're going to assist as we promised to make sure that she gets the birth certificate so that she can comply. But it must be a special registration, it must be noted. Here's the condition that the birth certificate must be found. So it's fine. That one we'll deal with later because I want him to write a letter to the school to say that in writing so that it's official. Then he committed that we are going to get assistance at Home Affairs to fast track the registration of the birth certificate. Understanding that we only heard about the issue now, 2-3 days ago. If we knew about it last year, we could have fast tracked it then. So that's where I'm at with it. He said we must come here to make sure that the application happens and the registration of the child happens. We are not here to negotiate. We are here to tell you. I would not lie. As a member of the legislature, I'm not allowed to lie. Because you can actually take the issue up with the legislature that I told a lie. In the name of the MEC, I can't. The MEC said you must register the child, you must admit the child on whatever information is given to you, using the details of the grandmother, and then from tomorrow onwards we are going to Home Affairs, certificate. We are not here to negotiate. Please, I want us to be clear. We are not here to negotiate with you whether or not we are going to register the child. And that's where I'm leaving it out, so that now we've got other things to do. We can leave the branch to continue supporting the process of completing the documentation, and then issues of uniforms and all of that we discuss with Elvis. If you need assistance, we'll go and sort out all the uniforms. And then tomorrow, please, you must be available to go to Home Affairs. With the guys, there will be somebody at Home Affairs waiting for you to make sure that you clear assistance with the process of applying for the birth certificate. But we are here to give you, pass on the instruction that you must register the child. We are not here to negotiate. Yes.
We are a community of Zanspret. I am also a community member of Zanspret. They know me. I work with the community, and I know there are issues that the school can help on, and there are issues that the school is I've got like, my hands are tied on. Just like this one, it's not the only issue. Yeah, registration. There are also others from Eastern Cape and Zimbabwe and so forth and so forth. But the problem is when the people from the Department of Education come to do maybe school readiness and they check on the documents, they hold me liable, and they think maybe because I'm the principal and he's the deputy, we're taking some bribery from people who don't have documents. That's why we register them without documents. So do you understand? So it's not like we don't want children to come to school. As a teacher, I have the interest of the children at heart. That's why I am a teacher. I will never let anybody suffer because of me. I also have my own children, and I would want the same to happen to them. So I want every child to be at school. The issue, yeah, Mama, I treated it like all the other issues, and most of them, the parents came back and battled documents. So I thought even this one, and the Mama didn't start with me, you started that side. And I'm sure, Mama, to be honest, did I talk with you in a, really, Mama, I'm not a harsh person, I'm a person who talks really nicely with my community because I understand Ubuntu. So this child here, her as the documents, and then tomorrow we'll have another 20 again. They have other stories different to this one. You see that now I won't have consistency. Do you see that you are putting me now in a tight corner? I understand Mrs. Mandisa said you are not.
Priority
No, he has a right to do that. He's our communications officer.
Yes, this is not a secret.
This is a public meeting, actually. I agree, you are civil servants.
I'm sure you're going to write the report.
This is not a private school.
And I think we should maybe ask a permission.
Okay, we are informing you that we are taking pictures because this is an official public meeting of the year. It's not a secret meeting.
So, but taking photo, I'm not going to entertain you photo.
And it is a public meeting.
And how na le mathata mang a tshwanang le a community tse gona go fitlela go tlo gutla ha re nne report. We're not going to get tired, but the fact that we are also young it shows how serious it is. And listening to you, or how Hanu register, you thought it's one of those cases. Our one is South Africa, I was able to it's in a situation. What's about a provisional registration? And one on a situation so super when a principal or Senana Okahona or accommodate. While Runa as a legislature is busy to sort out the process. And if Badi Bergman check it, we'll leave all our details with you here. We'll even make copies of our texts and tell them what these people dictated. We'll will take accountabilities as we're going to make sure rank a responsibility. Future one on that and the school send us situations I as so it's our one to be registered. How will not come over legislature to a process arrangement, let me see arrangement in the home affairs. Arabatu one fit the girls at one as I school. Kamakalapa Girtel or Musu must make sure or you can't. So we are saying assist the child. We have given you our weight. If there's something you want more than them, you tell us. Or another roof. There's nothing that we don't have. So that the rate of trade, so that was Sanu Manuna, Pretty or Mono School. Then this red tape skill will not last and we'll work with you. We'll tell you Sarilimu, we'll come and say Sarita Sarita, one of them in school. I don't think we're mono reactive.
And what is happening? Registration for last year April, giving the parents enough time to find all the necessary documents so that on the first day of school, teaching and learning starts. We are not sitting here and negotiating about registration. But this is like taking us back because, you know, we came here 2 Saturdays, let's a campaign here, admission here. 2 parents came, they don't come, 2 parents came. The next, after 2 months, we had another campaign. Few parents came, some without documents. So you understand, we try to mobilize and conscientize the community so that they know in April we are open for registration, so that if you don't have the necessary document, please find them, so that by the time the school closes in December, we know that we are done with admission. First day of school, and then we are teaching.
Yeah, my sister, I want us to get back to the issue. So we understand the dynamics behind mobilizing for parents to come and register. We are saying we've got a case now, and we are saying we've got a word from the MEC to say that you must register, provisionally register this child. We've made a commitment to say we'll go to the Home Affairs. We'll even take the grandmother's hand, go with her to the Home Affairs. Within a month or 2, we can sort out these issues. Now let's agree in principle that now today we are going to register the child. And then going forward, we'll be helping the grandmother to ensure that she obtains the certificate for the child so that she can properly register Muskolo. So that we save time, so that we don't remain your local activists and then take the other issues forward. Yeah. I think that's the only proper way.
Yeah, I think we sorry, can I just say something quickly now? Principal, I want you to pick up on something. You remember when I sent you the email offering you my personal assistance and my offer to adopt the school? Remember, I even sent you an email, I requested an appointment. It was exactly for issues like that. Fighter Elvis, please, I want you to take this input from Mr. very serious. EFF must assist the school starting from April to make sure for the parents and grandparents, because remember she's a grandparent, and also even people who are not maybe literate. That might also be the problem. Maybe the usually public school. If you've got dependent school, bring them to us. We'll get them translated into the main languages. Zulu, and then we are offering our branch. I want it to be a branch POA. The branch must work with the school because we have our meetings here. So we must also give back. That is why I offered to say, can I please adopt the school? Not to say we're going to bring miracles to the school, but we'll work together to solve basic problems. I know you don't have toilets. You're using those, I've seen them. They are not healthy. They are not safe for children. So those are, I've already seen those things because I come here for my branch meetings. That is why I said in the beginning, I sent you emails, I phoned you, you basically locked me out to say I want to adopt the school so that we can help the school to improve where it has problems. You see how quickly the MEC responded to this issue. Any other issue you may have, I can get the department to respond very fast. We can come here if there's infrastructure problems, we can go and find money and help the school. We do those kinds of things as EFF. We are not here because we are obsessed only with certain things. We are here to help the community. So if you had accepted my offer in June to adopt the school, that issue you went to the community to mobilize so that people can register in, you would have had an improvement from 2 parents to easily 100. Because now we would have done it for free, volunteering our services to develop the community. That's why I said to you, we're not here to fight with you. We are just here to ask you to please carry out the instruction of the MEC. If you want it in writing, it's not a problem. I'll send him an SMS and say, hey, the principal wants you to send an email or whatever, because I've got your email address. So that POA must happen this year. It must happen. The branch must, I'll also participate in it. No? So let's come back to the issue that both my colleague Sindane and Dwayne were highlighting. That we are going to tomorrow Home Affairs to sort out the birth certificate. Please activate the application process. May is a South African citizen. She's not from Zimbabwe. I had to mention Zimbabwe. I'm not here to represent constituency stars Zimbabwe. Please, I'm also a South African.
That's what I said.
Unali idea again. She's got an ID, Unali clinic card. Okay, and you've got all the details of your daughter who passed away. Okay, we'll deal with that for Home Affairs. But you have a death certificate. Death certificate, likely. Okay, we're going to have Home Affairs will sort it out. Yeah. And then all those things will sort out at Home Affairs. There's someone there who's going to be waiting for us so that we don't frustrate the principal. On the issue that Ndobe was raising of the department complaining about you not complying, we will get the MEC to write a letter to the department, to your leaders, whether it's regional, district, whatever they call them, to tell them that, look, this was a special case. This is a special case of an indigent child. That is why we took, if she was a parent, we probably would have said, you're being irresponsible, harm will sort her out. Do you understand? We're not here to encourage citizens to be responsible. She's the grandparent. This child, she did not get out of choice. Do you understand? Her mom passed away. It's not out of choice. She's not a mother now because she had a child. She's a mother out of very sad circumstances. You know this, we see in Zanzibar. This is not something like, you understand the pain. So please, do the forms and everything. Even uniforms and everything, don't stress. We'll make sure she has everything. You live here in Zanzibar. You have a stand number. You have an address. Okay.
Mandisa, this school services this community. There is no way a child from Zanzibar must be denied space. Even in June, I was telling the gentleman that we're here, even on the eve of annual national assessment test, we take learners that can't even speak our language, but we take them anyway because they are from the community. It's not like our school's doors are closed. We had people painting the school EFF last year, on 16th of June or Mandela Day. We had EFF painting. It's not like, I think you've got the other side of
No, I'm not
of the coin. Because I do have a relationship with my community members.
I acknowledged it to say we even have our meetings here.
Yes.
I appreciate that. But then I said to you, I offered to adopt the school. So that I know the issue of the toilets and there's other things. We can assist you. Again, the government doesn't have money to do everything. Sometimes you ask for this and that, they tell you we don't have money. We can go and find money.
The word adopt, I did not hear. You insisted on having the meeting.
But
I didn't know what was in the meeting.
It's fine. I even sent you an email and I explained. The same email I sent to that other school there. The other ones, the other primary. So that's fine. That's a conversation between me and you, and the community. In fact, it's not just me and you, and the branch and the rest of the community. Because it's not about EFF. We just want people to understand what our role is in society. So we had a special. We didn't know about the other cases. They didn't bring them to our attention. But if they are, I even said to you the other day when I called, even if you have other cases of similar problems with citizens, South African citizens, I cannot deal with issues of foreign nationals, with similar cases like Umam, our extradition, migrant cases, and all of them, bring them to us. We'll assist them if Home Affairs is frustrating them, because we know that sometimes Home Affairs can be frustrating. That is what we mean by adopting a school, so that we assist government and come in and bring and be a bridge where your frustration with the Department of Health Education starts and stops and you can no longer move. Come to us. We have, as MPLs, we don't have to be a majority. We don't need 53%.
Don't get there.
But I'm trying to paint a picture for you to say an MPL alone, even our IFP when I one city, he's got the same privilege that this one has, that an ANC one has. And if I phone the minister as an MPL, the minister must respond. He can ignore you, maybe, but he cannot ignore me. We've got certain instruments that we can apply to make sure that they don't ignore us. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I was talking about. So if there's any other issues, I mean, we're going to leave you with the parents.
Okay, so before you move,
yes, Mr. Martin.
thank you for coming.
Yeah.
As we have an ANC.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say something. Maybe it can help us in the future.
Yes.
Like maybe that we have a local branch here for EFF.
Yes.
Maybe during your public meetings. Okay, like our principal indicated that the school benefit from the community and the community benefit from the school.
Yes.
And then I think this school serves the community
Very well.
Very well.
Yes.
So sometimes there are other people in the community who have maybe a very bitter or bad attitude towards the school.
Okay.
Is there? Maybe by other times that we don't know.
Yeah.
So they can raise whatever they want to raise in the community. Just maybe to sabotage or say something against the school.
Yeah.
So I think if the local branch is here, and then maybe they hear such things raised by us, I think we are here, we are open every day, like every time.
Yeah.
So I think the local branch, if maybe they have a problem, they hear something about that, there's a problem in the school, they are welcome to come to the school, to see the principal. We don't need to wait for something to happen, like now it's boiling, it reaches the MEC or even the minister, even the president.
Yeah.
Like Mandisa, you hear now the information that you got from it was total.
It's not what,
and then I believe when you came here, because of that information you got, now maybe your emotion was very high because of that information.
No, my emotions were not high because of that.
Okay,
I'm
it's
not
fine.
paid.
Okay, it's fine.
Trust me, I deal with very difficult situations.
Okay.
My emotions was high because of the child.
Okay, it's fine, I understand. But local branch, if you have a problem, like we spoke to ANC the other day, that if you have a problem in the school, I think you can come and sort it out before it goes up.
Yeah.
So you are all welcome.
That's good.
You can come at any time, at any day. We sit down and discuss the issues.
Okay.
Because
no, sorry to just interrupt you. I appreciate what you're saying, like opening the doors to the community and everything. I think the most important one that I wanted to speak to in connection with the child, that if as soon as possible you can register her with your list that goes to social development so that she can get school uniform. You're Quintal 1 school, right? You do get school uniform from the
list is gone already. They give only 100
last year was done.
The list,
Let's not worry about that. We are going to sort out.
Yeah, I just wanted them to put them in all the projects, like with the feeding school and everything else, so that she gets part of it, and because it was late registration, she doesn't get locked out. Maybe there's another barrier that's there, you can let us know so that we can communicate with the Department of Education so that she gets included. Because this is a very dire situation. You can't just say that, okay, she got registered and then she's excluded from everything else. She needs the assistance as the family.
Yeah, you see with the books because we did not count her. So
but we'll sort all that out.
Things that will be
when you experience problems, you let us know.
We want the branch to continue with you so that we can continue with our appointments, and then whatever at the end of the day, like if there's a list of things that need to be gotten, like because she wasn't counted in the budget, the exercise books, stationery, we'll deal with that. If we can have that list by tonight, a full list of what the child will need. Tomorrow we'll sort that out and then come to home affairs. That is our commitment, and then if we are going to ask the MEC to write the letter departmentally, because I don't think an MEC can write a letter directly to you, I don't know, but they should, in the structures, I'll SMS him and tell him, you're also welcome to ask him to say, please, make sure that you communicate with the necessary, maybe the HOD or somebody, and then we'll take it from there, as Lindy said. Any other registration that the child knows that she's obviously in that certain bracket where she should be. You're a no-fee school, so that you can be appropriately registered. And then now we'll bring that certificate. I'll SMS you to tell you exactly when. As soon as we're done at Home Affairs, the registration, the application, we will give you a copy of the application to show you that you have applied. We are now on track. We'll run around with her the whole day tomorrow until it's done. If you need to do an affidavit, whatever it is, get the death certificate, whatever it is, we'll do it.
Okay, lastly, since you indicated